Good morning, team. Today is Tuesday, November 15th. Looking at the overall economical calendar, you guys can see we have PPI information coming out at 8:30. We have a few Fed speakers speaking as well. Going forward, let's check the charts. First, we're going to start off with SQ. Looking at SQ, we need a break basically 72.70 before we can start pushing up towards 75. You can see we're finding some type of resistance over here. So you want to see if we break above that resistance over here. This resistance was a support in the past. And then once we break that 72, we can start basically pushing up towards that 75 area up here, which basically would be a nice gap fill pattern. If not, it is a little bit more on the overbought side. The stock does follow crypto and all that crazy stuff. So if we do start to pull back, watch for the break of $70.70. And then we could basically start pulling back down towards like 68 over here. Next stop we're going to talk about is Meta. We actually called this out for a long position a while back. You see RSI was extremely oversold. Whenever you guys see an RSI that is oversold, that is a buying signal. Not only it was oversold on the 4-hour, but if we even look at the 1 year, 1 year was extremely oversold. 1 year MACD has actually crossed up. So these are two bullish signs over here, giving you the go for a possible a long position, right? So let's look at looking at Meta over here. You can see Meta is pushing up. It does have a nice like step and staircase pattern going on, right? Ascending pattern. So we want to see if it basically breaks this current resistance before it could actually push up towards the SMA on the 4-hour before decision time. As you guys can see, it has rejected this SMA line multiple times in the past. So you would definitely be cautious around this blue line, the SMA, before it could possibly pull back. So I want to watch to see if we break at least 116, then we could start basically pushing up towards 120. And then if we do start coming back down, you want to watch for a break of 113. And then we could start pulling back down towards 105. 105 with some type of support. Not only that, it is the 1 year EMA line. So that's also a good part to watch out. RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side, not only on the 4-hour, but it's overbought on the 20-day. 20 days actually crossed down in the bearish position. Anything could happen. We do have PPI information coming out this morning at 8:30. Make sure you guys are on your toes, set a stop loss. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. So Tesla, a lot of interesting stuff going on with Tesla. As you can see, we're still rejecting that EMA line. We've basically been going sideways since the 11th. It's the 15th now, and Tesla is not really breaking out. Not really ideal conditions for a day trader. So we needed to break at least 200 before we could start pushing up towards 205 over here. If not, and it starts to pull back, it's going to basically pull back from like 192 down towards these 187. We need to break out of this range. Tesla is trapped in a box. Either it's going to break out to the upside or downside. Definitely want to stay tuned for that as well too. Make sure you guys set some alerts. Overall, I'm going to set my alerts just in case Tesla breaks out to either or situation. This way I'm alerted above and below. Next stock we're going to talk about is SPY, and this is the last stock we're talking about today. Looking at SPY, SPY has basically been on a nice upward trend, right? MACD on the 180-day actually crossed down yesterday. As you guys see, if we drop down towards like maybe like a 5-minute chart, he kind of sold off going into the bell, right? Probably fear of the PPI information. Like I said, PPI information did not come out yet. It comes out around 8:30, so everything is subject to change. But we did sell off. We hit a high of 400 yesterday. We sold off, and it looks like we're trying to make our way back up there. Pre-information that's supposed to come out, right? The PPI information. So definitely want to see what's going to overall happen with SPY today. SPY is basically between major crossroads. If we jump over towards the 1 year chart, you guys could kind of see those crossroads a little bit better. That same SMA that normally acts as a rejection point is getting very close, right? So yesterday we kind of sold off. We got really close to it, but it's around like 403. So we want to see if we're going to basically touch that 403 level, or if we break it, right? If we basically reject it, then we can start entering bearish positions. Or if we basically start to hold above it, 403, then we could possibly start getting really bullish, maybe even push up towards like 415, maybe even higher, right? 415 should be the next possible resistance level. So we'll see. But we need to get above this hurdle over here. And that's going to be the main level that SMA we need to watch out for. So looking at SPY over here, you can see SPY, beautiful ascending pattern holding above this EMA, and that's exactly what you want to see when you see an upward uptrending stock. So you definitely want to watch to see how SPY is going to perform, especially after the PPI information. If we break 400, watch to see if we push up towards 403. Make sure you guys set a stop, because even if it wants to retry it, it could basically have a nice rejection and then go back up. So watch out for that. If we do start to pull back, watch for the break of 397. 397 is the 180-day 4-hour EMA. Then we can start basically going down towards 394. And then we have a nice gap down towards that 390. The RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side, as you guys can see. Not only on SPY, but we've seen Meta, we've seen a few stocks that the RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side, especially after after the uptrend that we had last week. As you guys can see, the SPY went from like 374 to 400. It's only natural if the stock wants to pull back. So let's overall see what happens today. Make sure you guys use a stop loss. Today is same day expirations. I think it's going to be same day expirations all week. Practice caution, use a stop loss, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.